Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try it for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this is the House of Lattafa. House of Lattafa is one of the biggest perfume houses from Middle East, from United Arab Emirates, if not the biggest. They have hundreds of perfumes in their lineup, super extensive, and this one in particular is from their Hayati line, and this one is called Hayati Gold Elixir 100ml Eau de Perfume. United Kingdom you can find it under £30. It is targeted unisex, and to my nose is absolutely unisex. Anybody, ladies and men, can wear it, no problem whatsoever. In terms of presentation, is very good for the price I paid. I paid under £30 for it. Heavy bottle, nice cap, nice atomizer, everything, the box, everything about it shouts quality. So for that is very good. In terms of longevity and performance is very good. On my skin it went easily over 8 hours. On my material on t-shirt it went easily over 10 hours. So it's a very good performer, and you don't need more than 5 or 6 sprays of it. It's very strong, especially if the first 2 to 3 hours. This is very loud. It's projecting super loud, very heavy projector, and you definitely be noticed. So you don't need many sprays of this. This is very strong. Projection wise, I had an arm length or even longer projection for 2 to 3 hours, and after that slowly would subside. We always have a good bubble, good cloud, and a good trail behind you. So performance wise, no problem whatsoever, especially for a price. This one is to my nose, to my experience, smells very similar to Paco Rabanne 1 million Elixir. So if you like that perfume, this is almost 90% close to it. The other perfume reminds me of to some extent, but not as strong as Paco Rabanne 1 million Elixir, is Armani Code Perfume. So Armani Code Perfume, to some extent, I would say about 50 to 60% reminds me of Armani Code Perfume, and about 80 to 90% reminds me of Paco Rabanne 1 million Elixir. So I'm saying these things to put you in the right direction, to think about how it's smelling, and it gives you an idea and it gives you a picture in your mind. So it's an indication, it's a guidance, and it's not a one-to-one to any of those, but just very reminiscent of these two. So on its own, this perfume, you cannot fault it. For a price, smells great. It smells very today. It smells very trendy. It smells up to date. It smells very universally liked. It smells very crowd pleasing. It smells attention garner, compliment getter, and all these things. It's very modern. And if you like modern fragrances, you like this, especially for a price. So to my nose, it opens up with a big citrus, and the citruses plus that peach, giving it a very fruity feel. So in the opening, it's very fruity, and those fruits stays quite a while, for like 2 to 3 hours, which is very impressive. Plus the sweetness of this fragrance. So what you mostly you notice is the sweetness. This perfume is very sweet, from 0 to 10 being the sweetest. This is around 7 to 8 in terms of sweetness. So it's very sweet, but the sweetness is grounded by a big leather in here. The leather is giving it that hint of ruggedness, hint of that a little bit rough leather in the base, and that grounding the smell of the sweetness to some extent. It doesn't let it to run away, become too sweet and too sickening. So for that is a very good balancing act. In the mid, we have some florals in here, especially white florals, and also some aromatic feel which is coming from a lavender in here. So it is dominated by lavender and to some extent white florals, and those white florals and lavender giving it again very good balancing act with the heavy hitters like the vanilla, like the tonka bean, like the leather. All these things are very good balancing act together. They you never feel something is too much or too little in here. So the perfume is very good, especially for a price. In terms of smell, it's very good. In terms of what I paid and what I get is very good. In terms of what is representing or what is inspired by is very good, because both those perfumes are over £100 and this is less than £30, so you do the math. And in terms of smell is not far from them, and in terms of quality is not far from them. The quality of those two might be about 10 to 20% better, but in terms of price, this is quarter of price of what you're paying for those. So again, very good value for money. So let me read you the ingredients and we'll take it from there. The ingredients, we got bergamot, grapefruit and cassis. So the cassis giving it a little bit of leafy green aspect, but it's not too big in here, just giving it nuances. In the mid we have leather, peach and saffron. So the leather is one of the biggest player in here, and it shows from almost the beginning to the end, is always there. And the leather in here is a little bit on the rugged side, a little bit on the rough side, but overall it's very good as well, and you definitely feel the leather in here. The peach in here giving a little bit of that sweet fruity aspect, but not too much, plus those citruses giving it a very fruity aspect. But it never goes too peachy, because peach sometimes could be a little bit on the feminine side to some extent, to some noses. But to my nose, this is very controlled in here. So the peach is there, but again as a nuance rather than a big note. Saffron in here is quite dominant as well, which giving it that not only enhances the leather in here, but it gives it a very spicy feel. The spiciness in here is not just coming from saffron, it's coming from the cinnamon and nutmeg, which are not mentioned in the note breakdown. So the combination of the saffron, the cinnamon and the nutmeg giving it quite nutty feel, plus very spicy feel, and warm and a little bit very inviting and very alluring feel to it. In the base we have vanilla, and what they're not mentioning is a big tonka bean. I'm smelling tonka bean in here, which they're not mentioning. The combination of vanilla and tonka bean giving it that big sweetness, plus it smooths the composition overall. Amber in here is quite a deep amber plus spices plus leather, and it's quite resinous, it's quite sticky, it's quite gooey, it's quite warm in the base. Musk is to some extent again another nuance in here, but it's not a big player, and the vetiver as well is not a big player. It's a nuance, giving it another dimension, but it's not a big player by any means. So if you like what I described, this for a price, this is a well done fragrance and it smells very good, and the quality is nice, the perfume is nice. So it opens up, the overall what I'm feeling from this perfume is a big leather. Yes, the citruses are plus the peach in the beginning, they are very noticeable, but they subside later on, about 2 hours or so. Vanilla and the tonka bean are biggest player in the base, and they carry everything together and giving it that big sweetness plus the smoothness of it. Amber in here is sticky and gooey and resinous amber, so you need to like your sticky deep amber in here to enjoy this. Hint of powderiness, not too much, hint of dustiness, hint of powderiness. Quite aromatic from the lavender plus the white florals, which are quite a nice balancing act again in the mid in here. Fruity, just a hint of fruitiness, which is coming from the peach, which is not a big player, but it's quite noticeable, plus those citruses giving it a very fruity aspect in the beginning, and a hint of muskiness, plus it's very warm and spicy overall. So if you like what I describe, and if you like the notes I told you about, and also you think you might like 1 million Packer 1 million elixir, or to some extent, to lesser extent, Perfumo, sorry, Armani code Perfumo, you will like this. Again, very modern, very up to date, It's very trendy, it's very crowd pleasing, it's quite easygoing overall. Although the leather in here a little on the rough side, but not too much, so overall it's quite a crowd pleasing and easygoing fragrance. In terms of occasion, this is Swiss Army knife. You can dress it up, dress it down, daytime, nighttime, special occasion, evening, anything you want. It's very versatile, so you can use it anywhere, anytime you want. In terms of season, it's better suited for cooler weather, but because comes some freshness to it, you can use it in summer as well. Unless it's a very high heat, then it could be cloying because of that big sweetness in here. In terms of gender, as I said, bang in the middle of 50-50, ladies and men can wear this with no problem whatsoever. And in terms of age, I would say this is ageless, from 18 to 100. Anybody can wear it as well, so it's very versatile in that term. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they're hidden gems, and this beauty is definitely a hidden gem. If you want to purchase one of my own perfumes, I'm perfuming myself. I make my own line of perfumes. I'm the artist, I'm the worker, I'm the perfumer. Everything is me, from the scratch to the perfume. I make them, and they are ultra beast mode, 100% natural, amazing value for money. They smell great, they're very artistic and unique, and I put more than 60% perfume oils in my perfume, which is unheard of, and that's why they are so big and bold and long lasting. Thank you very much as always. I leave them in the link. Thank you very much as always for your support and watching, and I will see you later. Bye.